Alright, what's going on, you guys? Brian here with my WWE SmackDown recap, recapping everything that went down on tonight's episode. Of course, tonight's episode was the go-home episode before this Sunday's WWE Clash of Champions Gold Rush. And honestly, the ending of tonight's episode of SmackDown adds a lot of fuel to the match coming up this Sunday for the Universal Championship. Of course, Clash of Champions Gold Rush happens, like I mentioned, this Sunday on the WWE Network on pay-per-view, wherever you watch pro wrestling events. And like I mentioned, like the WWE Network, like pay-per-view, wherever. So let's get into it. Of course, tonight's episode started off with the Intercontinental Championship Ascension ceremony. This Sunday, there's going to be a triple threat ladder match to determine who is the undisputed one and only Intercontinental Champion. It is going to be the champions, of course, Sami Zayn, who claims that he's the Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Hardy, who on record is the Intercontinental Champion, and the former champion AJ Styles. That is going to be in a ladder match where the first person to climb the ladder, retrieve both championships, will be the undisputed one and only Intercontinental Champion. And tonight, we started off the show with the Ascension ceremony that led to a brawl with Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles. This would lead to Adam Pearce coming out because since Sami Zayn started the brawl by pushing a ladder into both Hardy and Styles, the match that he was supposed to have with Jeff Hardy, which was supposed to be one-on-one on tonight's episode, turned into a triple threat involving AJ Styles. And that was the first match. All three looking to gain momentum heading into Sunday. And it was Sami Zayn that picked up the win after AJ Styles went for a phenomenal forearm on Sami, wound up hitting Jeff Hardy, and Sami Zayn threw Styles out of the ring and took the victory for himself. Afterwards, Styles would attack both men and then set up a ladder, climbed it, and took both belts down, sending a message saying he's walking out Sunday with both as the true Intercontinental Champion. We also had a Miz and Morrison Heavy Machinery segment based on what happened last week, with Otis being served papers that he can either forfeit the Money in the Bank contract or get taken to court by the Miz. Heavy Machinery were doing an interview. Miz and Morrison interrupted, and Heavy Machinery kind of got the best of the Miz because, according to the lawsuit, it only lists the Miz, not John Morrison. Because last week, during the dirt sheet, Miz and Morrison poked Otis talking about how Miz got Mandy Rose traded to Raw, and they started talking Miz and Morrison started talking all kind of smack about Otis, and Otis attacked them, embarrassing the Miz. So this week, Miz probably should have read the documents very carefully, because Tucker found that why does it just say the Miz's name on the lawsuit, or on the lawsuit papers? And Otis went after Morrison, started beating him up, and they had a huge pull apart. So that was pretty much it. Honestly, I don't know what their plan is as far as Otis and cashing in Money in the Bank is concerned, but it is what it is. We had a Bailey and Sasha recapping what's been going on between those two, how Bailey turned on Sasha, and then of course what happened last week when Sasha was doing an interview and Bailey attacked her. Then we heard from the SmackDown Women's Champion Bailey talking about that she doesn't have time for Sasha anymore. She's a champion and she has a championship match to prepare for. Then she turned her attention to the woman she'll be defending her title against at Clash of Champions this Sunday, Nikki Cross, saying that, how do you know what happened to Sasha ain't going to happen to you? So that was it for that. We saw one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Shinsuke Nakamura, in action. He took on Grand Metalik. Cesaro and Nakamura will be defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Lucha House Party this Sunday at Clash of Champions. And Nakamura picked up the win on tonight's episode. However, when Lince Dorado went in to check in on Grand Metalik, he got attacked by Cesaro, but then Kalisto stayed on the outside of the ring, and then when Nakamura and Cesaro left, then he got into the ring, and Dorado shoved him. So a lot of infighting within the Lucha House Party. Hopefully they can get it together come before Sunday, and maybe they'll have a chance, if they can get it together, of becoming the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Then we had a Roman Reigns and Jey Uso video package featuring a lot of their family members like Rikishi, Afa, and Sika, talking about this Sunday's huge Universal Championship match, where it will be Roman Reigns defending against Jey Uso. Then Jey Uso came to the ring, wanted to know why Roman Reigns gave him a mean look while his back was turned last week. He wanted answers. Heyman came out of Roman Reigns' locker room and basically said, it's not going to be on your time, it's going to be on Roman's time. So that was pretty much it for that. We saw a rematch from Payback last month. King Corbin defeating Matt Riddle. King Corbin avenging that loss at Payback on tonight's episode of SmackDown, defeating Matt Riddle in what was a okay match, decent matchup. Then we had a promo for that mystery woman who might turn out to be Carmella, according to a lot of people. That they think that's going to be Carmella coming back repackaged. Then we had Lacey Evans versus Alexa Bliss. This one was pretty strange near the end because, of course, last week and over the last couple of weeks, Alexa Bliss has been showing a new attitude, or like she's under the control of the Fiend, and tonight was no different. Last week, Alexa attacked Lacey after Lacey lost to Nikki Cross, and Alexa attacked her all because Lacey said the Fiend, that named the Fiend, that turned Alexa into a trance, and that put her in a trance, and she would deliver Sister Abigail to Lacey. That happened last week. This week, however, completely different. You would hear the Fiend's laughter in the middle of the match, and then near the end of the match, the Fiend's the lights would go red. You would see the Fiend's face everywhere, and that made Alexa snap on Lacey, and got her disqualified. So Lacey Evans won the match via disqualification, but obviously there's a lot more to this whole storyline of what they're doing with Alexa Bliss and the Fiend. and everything going on there. Then Roman Reigns would come out to cut a promo. Before he could talk, before Heyman could talk, here comes Jey Uso. Roman laid it into Jey, saying that if you become champion, you wouldn't know what to do with the title. That basically saying that he's the one. Roman Reigns is the one that should have the championship. That he's the tribal chief, as he's put it, and said that all Jey is he's a great tag team wrestler, but that's about that the title should be with Roman, and that's not gonna change Sunday. And then Jey said, when Roman was walking up the ramp, Jey said, why not him? Why not? Why can't he be the tribal leader? Why can't he be the Universal Champion? And he also said that he's going to become Universal Champion Sunday by defeating Roman Reigns. And everybody's going to be saying, that's the man, that's Jey Uso, the new Universal Champion. So Roman and Heyman left. Jey Uso walked up the ramp, and he turned around, and Roman would hit him with a Superman punch and basically say, I feed your family, I feed my family. He's the tribal leader, and that's not going to change, and that Jey Uso is not taking that Universal Championship from him Sunday. So that is pretty much about it for SmackDown, what happened on tonight's episode. So an okay episode this week. Not really a lot of things going on. Clash of Champions looks like it's going to be interesting. We'll have to wait and see if it does turn out to be a good show. So yeah, this has been my SmackDown recap. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.